Yeah, it goes everybody, because we're continuing with a game called The Devil's Whisper. Where were we? I think we were at chapter 4. Here we go. In a second, I was distracted. Conrad came towards me, grabbing my chin and trying to get closer to my mouth.
Stop right there, you creep!
Oh, don't just touch me like that, even though we had something together.
I am not and will not be yours. And I don't want you to ever feel entitled to me again.
Yeah, what she said.
The fuck you want me to do? I've given everything for you!
So, one of the requirements for me having to get into a relationship is that first, you have to be alive. Second, you're not supposed to be dead. Third, you shouldn't. Necrophilia is banned. Like, necrophilia is a deal breaker. I'm just saying. So, nothing personal, just preference.
I had a beautiful relationship with Claire, and I was so blind not to realize long after the fact how valuable it was.
Whoever did Conrad's VA is fucking awesome. you're killing it, bro. Even though you're already dead, but you're killing it even more. How do you do that?
Conrad, stop! This is not the time to fight about this!
Oh, awesome. Other emotions instead of being this shy and timid tone. Cool.
We're in a damn forest in the middle of nowhere! Can't we talk about this later?
It sucks that Andrew left and is unable to listen to this scene right here.
I don't care about anything anymore! I just want to die! And die together with the love of my life!
But you're already dead, and so you're halfway there. Good job. Conrad reached into his bag and pulled out a knife, which reflected an intense glint from the moon. Okay, it's raining while there's moon. Alright.
No. No. What do you do?
Shut up! Just shut up! Fucking bitch!
What happened to, hey, I love you? It went from I love you to you fucking bitch, shut up. What is this, the 1950s?
You're gonna die! You hear? You're going to die!
You first. Oh wait, that's bad.
I'm going to rip out that stupid tongue of yours so you stop whining about everything! And then, when I'm done with you, I'm gonna rip out my eyes so I never have to see you again!
Why don't you do the second part first?
Together we'll die, Madison. Together we'll bleed to death. And after death, when our life on this earth is but a mere memory, we will be together not just as but now corpses, but as spirits accompanying each other for all eternity.
That sucks.
Only then will we be happy, Madison. Only then will we be man and wife.
You sure it's not marriage, going to the government, and
You're crazy! You've completely lost your reason!
yeah.
Madison, let's get out of here! Now!
Yeah, I should have done that first place. Conrad brought his knife sharply towards me, trying to hurt my face. Oh, come on, not the face. But I was fast enough to react long before his hand finished the move. Kick him in the balls, that always works.
Get away from me, you fucking psycho!
Journal updated. This was just confirmation that being near Conrad for one more second wasn't safe. Really, you think? Claire checked my hand and nodded, telling me wordlessly that it was time to begin our escape. Together we sped off, trying not to let go of each other's hands for an instant. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to run while holding hands. I've done it before. It was not pleasant. It was not a pleasant experience. I applied all the strength I could to my legs, concentrating solely on not stopping for a single second. Any false movement would have been the last thing before I fell into the hands of this psychopath. We were playing hunter and prey and had been cast in the worst of those two roles. It was my time to run away, to pray to heaven that he wasn't fast enough to catch me. I turned my head slightly to look back. I saw out of the corner of my eye a body running at full speed towards us. Oh crap. I would have prayed for something to happen to him at that moment. God, why do you make him stumble or just get tired? Confirming that it was Conrad, I looked straight ahead to avoid bumping into something. But as is well known, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. A branch caught a strand of my hair, causing me to stop dead in my tracks from the speed at which I was running. Oh, come on, I had short hair. This isn't supposed to happen. Surely, in another circumstance, I would have screamed from the pain or feeling or a strong hair pull, but that was the least of my priorities.
Madison, come on! Hurry up!
So you people do pretend you're in pain. God damn it, women.
I can't. It's tangled.
Ah, that movie. Fuck, that sucks.
Do something! Conrad's gonna catch us any second! I don't know what to do. I can't see anything.
Come on, do something, anything. Punch him in the balls.
Let me help you. It'll be out in a minute.
Just cut the hair.
No, it hurts. I have to. Hold on, please.
Yeah, beating pain.
No, you have to run.
Oh, come on.
What? I'm not just gonna leave you here. Didn't you hear me? Get out of here.
Claire looked at me with teary eyes for a couple of seconds, pondering the situation and the order I had just given her. As much as she wanted to help me, her life had to be the priority for her. She didn't have to worry about someone like me, someone who had been against her for so long.
Why are you doing this? Why don't you just get out of here and leave me here? I've treated you like you're scum. I don't deserve any mercy from you.
Seeing you in pain is the joy I get, so, you know.
Then why do you stay here? Knowing that you could lose your life trying to save mine.
Just savoring this moment.
Because I do not hate you, Madison.
Yeah, that too.
If I've been close to Conrad all this time, it's because he represents an important pillar in my life. Madison, I swear to you on my life that I never tried to take Conrad away from you. I know I've made mistakes. I know I should have kept my distance when you two first started dating. And I'm so sorry. I was wrong, and I accept that.
It's kinda too late for that now that he's dead and all and he's chasing you with a knife, but sure, okay, I guess.
But I've never had any negative feelings towards you, Madison. I even consider you my friend. And I would never abandon a friend in a moment of life and death.
Save me, please. Or get out of here. Let's see what happens. Save me, please.
It's okay. I'm going to get you out of here.
Claire kept trying to untangle my hair, fighting the darkness and the nervousness we both had. But no matter how hard she tried, it seemed that the hair was severely tangled in the branches.
Damn it. I don't understand how it got so tangled.
Even the trees are like, nope, not today, bitch.
Fuck. Think of something, Claire.
Cut the fucking hair.
Ah! Why can't I think faster?
Or, you know, just rip the hair out. I mean, it's gonna hurt and the scalp might get removed, but better than being dead, right?
Stop it, please. Stop. It's your life, Claire. Don't waste it. I'll find a way out of here, but don't waste another second. Conrad will catch up with us at any moment.
Claire's eyes and face were filled with tears, barely holding back her instinct to cry.
Go! Do not lose another second! Madison, I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess the speech about friendship and shit was just nothing. I resumed my attempt to untangle myself from the branch, but the darkness didn't allow me to maneuver properly. Once again, I tried to untangle my hair, this time trying more gently. The first strand of hair surprisingly managed to come out without further trouble, which motivated me to try to untangle the rest. However, I didn't seem to be having such good luck getting out of here for good and uninjured. Finally, I made up my mind to do it. I had no choice. It was tear my hair out or die. I should have done that in the first place. I mentally prepared myself for what was coming. I knew it was going to hurt and no one would be here to comfort me. I thought Connor was just right behind us. How the hell? Oh well. It was me against myself. And the trees and the hair and the darkness and the rain and Conrad. There's a lot against you. Come on, Madison. 1, 2. Rip it. Youch. That has gotta hurt. I was stunned for a few seconds, not understanding what had happened. I noticed in my hands a large lock of hair and a piece of scalp. Yikes. It worked. I'm free. But the relief didn't last long when I remembered that I was running from the greatest of the depraved. Oopsie. Run!
Beauty was never your greatest attribute, Madison.
Really? I heard behind me the voice that had tormented me just a while ago. I tried to look sideways without turning my head. If I was afraid before, now I was horrified. What did this mean? Who was this being? Try to run. Stopped for a few seconds, unsure of what to do and trying not to draw attention to myself. When I thought I must have thrown him off the scent with all the stillness, I jumped forward, hurrying to start my escape again. Well, that choice didn't matter. Suddenly, Conrad's figure appeared in front of me, with no indication of how he could have gotten there so quickly. Magic. I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of despair. I felt cornered. I had to do something before he caught me. I brought my hands to my head in complete panic and with no idea what to do.
That's how I like it.
Get off! Get off! Damn it!
Facing him squarely and with all my limbs shaking, I started taking small steps backwards.
Enough! Conrad, please!
The party's just beginning.
Yeah, here come the strippers and the, the beer.
Can't take it anymore! Stop!
You know, now that I think about it, strippers are really useless. Like, it's like they're doing something erotic in front of you, but you're like, I can't do anything about it to make. You're watching. It's like self-cuckery. Nah, man. Whatever. I'm gonna shut up now.
Don't you see, Madison? We're meant to be together.
Yeah, great argument there. Great, you convinced me.
In life, in death, for all eternity, you and me.
I'm pretty sure that's a song. Where have I heard that before? What if I ask for mercy? I don't think I'm gonna get that. But sure, why not? I closed my eyes and ducked my head in a jerky motion. I didn't know what else to do. Therefore, trying to escape was suicide. Without giving it much more thought, my knees dropped to the ground. A couple of seconds later, my hands were clasped together, pleading for mercy in the face of this evil being. Wait, what? No, voice choker. Please, Conrad, I know you wouldn't do this. I know you wouldn't do this. My Conrad, please, you would do this in your late 50s or something. I beg for your mercy. I'll do whatever you tell me, but don't kill me, please. I want to live, Conrad. A silence that lasted several minutes passed in just a few seconds for me. I was still afraid, but I also knew that no matter what I did, my life depended on what this being had in store for me. So I just stayed in the same position, waiting for an answer that would give me a hint that my life was spared. When I felt that enough time had passed, I opened my eyes slowly, not really observing what was in front of me. And then jump scare. Boom. But there was nothing in front of me. I was expecting to meet that creepy figure of Conrad with the red eyes and that malevolent smile. It took me a considerable time to realize that the figure was no longer there.
What? But how did he...
I jumped up, realizing that I was alone, pleading with nothingness. I spun quickly around myself for the dreaded feeling that he would again appear to torment me. I sighed from relief, reassuring myself that I was finally safe. I finally understood why it was called the Forest of Sorrowful Souls. What a name and what a place. I looked at the path we should have been on from the start. I nodded my head at the thought that it was all over now. I just had to find my way out of this place, call for help, and go back for Andrew. That was my motivation to keep fighting, to get out of this place with my brother and return home safe and sound. But you're lost in the forest. How the hell can you go home that quickly? Just by chance. Wow. Yep.
Oh my
Just
god.
by
We
chance.
can't waste another second.
Are you sure your children are in this place? Just because you suspect they're here isn't enough reason to start an investigation. I need proof.
No voice acting? Okay. I told my husband so many times researching those damn rituals was going to lead to something bad. I knew it. Claire's politician parents had something to do with the ritual shit. I've already lost my husband, officer. I don't want to lose my children for the same reason. What? Madison? Alright, no. That isn't Claire's parents. That's Madison's. Oh, should have read this. Should have read here so that I wasn't confused. Goddamn.
Ma'am, are you aware that if your children went into the woods, it is very unlikely that they will come back alive?
Don't even mention it. That's not going to happen.
But it could. There's a possibility we're throwing out there. Just saying. Please, God, get them out of harm's way. Don't let anything bad happen to them.
I couldn't take another loss. I just couldn't.
And then we somehow meet each other in the police station. The Truth and Nothing But the Truth, Chapter 5. Awesome. Purgatory Complete, Chapter 4. Come on. I listen to my footsteps as I advance through the forest. The chill of the rain hinders my movements, making it difficult to find anything beyond just trees and dirt. My breathing becomes heavy as I realize that I am probably lost and there is no turning back. Perhaps only a miracle could get me safely out of this place. But just at the moment when I am most distracted and about to lose any hope, a pleasant sound brings me back to reality. I look up eagerly, longing to find the source of that which brought me pleasure just by listening. And undoubtedly, what my eyes is even more pleasant and fills me with unexpected encouragement. What is it?
It's the river.
Yippee.
But this is impossible. I can hardly believe it.
Well, believe it.
God, is this really the Brokenfield River?
Is there any sign that it says it's the Broken Field River? I mean, it looks like it's the Fixed Field River because it's not broken. Okay. That stupid joke. The calmness of the river was something that gave me back the hope to continue with this trip just when I had lost it. Calmness of the river. It's fucking raining. Furthermore, I was finding out being trapped inside a vastness of trails and trees. At least in this place I was getting some moonlight.
I must admit that for a moment, I thought I would never set foot outside those woods again.
Few moments of slight quiet and pretending the world was at a standstill passed. Finally, I took courage and headed for the purpose for which I had come here in the first place. The Broken Field River. Known to be the cause of many disappearances and deaths around it. I underestimated so much the danger we face by coming to this place. I didn't think about the consequences of not planning the trip and doing everything in haste. And all in research of answers. Stupid answers. But even now that we knew who the culprit of it all was, I didn't feel satisfied in the least. I'm accusing you, River, for the disappearances and the deaths of the people around this place. It was as if deep down inside I knew there was more to it, that it wasn't just someone haunting us. There had to be a reason why the five of us were involved in this against our will. But maybe reaching those answers also meant sacrificing more than I would like to give. Is it really worth giving my life to know the truth? I thought as I distracted myself by looking at the crystal clear water of the river. The rocks and the small creatures that inhabited the water were visible from the surface, almost as if there was no water. Oh, come on, it's raining. How the hell can you tell that? Nothing will happen if I stick my hand in, right? Crocodile! I moved my right hand towards the water, thinking for a moment if what was I about to do could be dangerous in any way. I hesitated for a while, but finally my curiosity to feel the water flowing through my fingers was stronger, even though my hand was already wet from the rain, but okay. The freshness of the water immediately invaded my senses, awakening the emotion of purity when I saw and felt how crystal clear it was. While I was still completely distracted and unable to contemplate anything else, I started to lose the sense of time, to mentally drift away from this place, to the point where I didn't even notice when another sudden sensation came between me and the river. Oh shit! That's a hand. A hand came out of the rocks, forcefully grabbing my arm and pulling me into the water.
What?
Yeah, what? Holy shit, dude. The color of the hand was the palest I'd ever seen in my life, along with large, sharp nails. From the mere appearance of the hand, I could already tell that this was not a human being, but some kind of beast that had a similar appearance. But how could something like that be under the ground and go through the rocks? Shit. From one moment to the next, I had more than half my arm submerged underwater. I was beginning to have a harder time trying to pull myself out, and the rain suddenly stopped, I guess. This strange being was inhuman. Even using all my weight, I couldn't put enough resistance to avoid being dragged into the river.
Damn it! It's impossible! What do? I can't let the stream sweep me away!
Let's see, sit here. Resist with all my strength, even though it doesn't work. Kept doing my best not to let myself be overcome by the strength of that hand. When I said that one time, let's give it a hand, not like this. But it wasn't long before I went from being a mere scare to actually becoming something to worry about. The stream of water which the river was pulling me was intensifying by the second. Gradually, I began to lose resistance and was being pulled little by little until half of my body was in the water. Oh crap, I can't swim. When my body was finally completely off the ground and into the water, the possibility of resistance became even less. Crap. Well, this sucks. It was too late to do anything. After a few seconds, the force of the river caused me to be completely swept away. Shit. Ahead of me was a labyrinth. How do you pronounce that? Labyrinthine, vast as a path into which I could be swept by the stream. But above that, there was a much larger stage, so it didn't really matter which route the water swept me along. What lay ahead at the end of the road was a vast sea. Oh shit. That sea was darkened by night, but illuminated by an unusual beam of lightning shooting out of the cloudy sky into a particular spot on the surface of the water. This is the mouth of the Broken Field River. I had found the location of where we were supposed to go in the first place, but not under the circumstances I wanted. Oh, funny. There was nothing I could do to avoid the force of the river or the stream, and unfortunately, the mouth of the river was a sea. If I fell in that place, I was lost. There was no way to survive.
No!
A few moments later, as the river was finally ending, the sea was beginning, my consciousness began to fade inexplicably. It was as if my own body knew that we had reached the end of the road and preferred not to face the dreaded fate of drowning. Or perhaps it was a greater force, which wanted to render me unconscious for a reason I did not understand. Whatever the explanation, the point is that I was not going to be able to stay conscious any longer, and it's not like I wanted to be, given the circumstances. Crap. Why does my life suck? The sound of my breathing makes me stand up slowly. My mind is still confused and my movements are clumsy. The sensation was strange. I didn't feel entirely aware of my surroundings, but I didn't feel like I was in a dream either. It was like watching something through a movie, as I can perceive the emotions and sensations, but I don't feel part of it. Although watching a movie was a little too nice for what really awaited me next. I was about to see an event that was complicated to explain, but that answered many questions that we had not been able to answer. Questions whose answers would horrify any human being, including me. Yeah, I guess I am a human being. That's fair. Before my eyes was the entrance to the school on an old night with a particular breeze and a beautiful full moon. Beside a mound of earth in a hole, a man is kneeling with a book in his arms.
My lord, I am here again. I am here to greet you. Please give me the joy of seeing you.
Inside the hole, there is a multitude of objects with a particular order that fulfill a function unknown to me. But what attracts my attention to the most is that inside the strange objects there were 5 photographs. 5 photographs with the faces of Professor Ronald Harrison's students. Oh. The creepiest thing was to see that those students were us, Amelia, Madison, Claire, Conrad, and me. The photographs were arranged inside the hole, on the peaks of a pentagram drawn with the edge of a knife.
Sir, my lord, how happy my eyes are to be able to see you.
I can't see you. What the hell?
It's been so long since I've heard your sweet voice. I haven't been able to look upon your beautiful wings that give joy to my soul.
What a simp.
Oh, stop saying such stupid things, Ronald. I know very well that you're just pretending.
Huzzah.
But why would you say that?
Shut up, please. Just shut up. You're not one to contradict me. Let's stop these stupid scenes. Speak fast. What do you want to see me for?
My lord, I've done everything you've asked me to. You promised that once the ritual was over, she'd come back to life. I've been waiting since last night when I placed these objects here. I even came back today to check that everything was placed correctly. So, why haven't I heard her melodious voice yet? Why hasn't she come back to life yet? Why?
Explain yourself.
Please, Ronald. What are all these questions?
I want to confirm something. That's why I question these things.
Since when did you become so insistent?
Since my wife died and there was a chance that she could be not die. She could be resurrected. So yeah, I gotta be insistent because I might be doing something bad.
Since I have had her corpse in my house!
Yeah, that too. Oh god. Your house probably smells right now. What's the smell? I don't know. It smells like a corpse wife or something.
Do you know how it feels to see her precious body decomposing in my bed every day?
Dude, what the fuck? Imagine the disease.
I can't stand the stench anymore. It's horrifying.
Well, at least your sense of smell isn't wrong, isn't messed up, but everything else is messed up.
I've emptied a whole bottle of perfume on her and it still won't go away.
Maybe you should put her in the fridge or something.
If only she were alive. If only she would open her eyes again. There would be no need to spray perfume on her every day.
Oh, Ronald, you're such a poor fool. You're so inebriated with the hope of seeing your wife come back to life that you still haven't realized the idiocies you've committed.
Idiocies? But I've done everything perfectly! I read all these weird words in this book. I cut both palms and bathed all these objects in blood. I've given you everything I have!
Everything? Are you sure about that?
So you're telling me I'm missing something. What is it? Just tell me already.
It seems to me that there's something you're missing. Don't you remember?
You're not talking about that, are you?
Well, what's that you're talking about?
Oh, yes. I'm talking about that.
What? Don't keep me out of the loop, goddammit. Why are you guys the only one that knows this shit?
No. I would never do anything as shameful as that.
Even more shameful than sleeping on the bed with your dead wife? Well,
It's insane what you're asking me to do. I can't do that.
but I can. But you will, probably.
Then what are you complaining about? Live with the consequences then. Accept the death of your damn wife!
Please! If only you could help me with it. If you could just...
Don't even think about it. Not for a single second. It's your obligation. Your responsibility. Your challenge.
Mentally challenged.
But how could you expect me to? It's completely grotesque.
Do I have to remind you what the conditions are to fulfill the ritual? Yes. Apparently one of us two has a lousy lousy memory. And it's definitely not me.
Should have wrote the instructions on a grocery list or something so that I wouldn't forget about it, just saying.
You have to make a hole in the place you spent the most time in your life and insert the photos of the people you love the most.
Oh, so those 5 students, alright.
And once you've done that, you must place a limb of each of those people and seal the hole with their blood mixed with yours.
Place a limb? What? Like a hand? A leg? Do you really think I could, put a full-grown hand in my purse or something and not have people look at me weird? Come on, man.
I don't think that's too hard to do you?
It is hard to do, you fucking weirdo.
My lord, but how could you expect me to do that?
Yeah, how? If it's that easy, why don't you do it?
Those are my students. Those are my friends. Those are like my children.
It's the price to pay for bringing your dear wife back to life.
No. No. Please don't ask that of me. Don't ask me that. Because I won't do it.
Then why even summon me in the first place, you asshole?
Did you hear me? I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it.
The strange being in front of him pulls out his sharp nails and makes a swift but light slash across Mr. Harrison's face.
Why did you do that?
Because you laughed at me. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, fellas. I have to end it here because I have to prepare for work now. I'm going to save it in file 1. So this is The Devil's Whisper. Oh my god. We are here now. We are finally here. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.